everybody. Today I thought I would share with y'all a really neat experience that happened to me a couple months ago. Now I've shared it with my personal friends on Facebook, and I posted some pictures and kind of explained to them what happened. You get the full effect when you can hear me explain what happened. About a year and a half ago or so, I did a video on the struggles of yo-yo dieting. Well, it was just me talking about how my whole adult life I've kind of yo-yoed 20 pounds back and forth, sometimes 10, whatever. And also I gave some, breakfast, lunch, and supper ideas. It was just one of those little video ideas that I thought I'd like to share. This past spring, this lady emailed me from my YouTube account and said that she was a freelance writer and that she would want to know if I'd be interested in participating in a prevention magazine article regarding the same subject, just the struggles of yo-yo dieting. Well, of course I did, and so I was very nice, and she ended up calling me and we talked for about an hour, and she asked me all kinds of questions about my dieting experience. I told her we had done the Slim Fast in high school, and we thought we were fat then. It's a joke now to look back at pictures. My 20s, postpartum and things like that, just Weight Watchers and Slim Fast Shake, just anything you could think of, whatever the latest fad was. We did aerobics for a while, and even in my 30s we did the Phentermine, the Fen-Phen, and all that stuff, and it was just a constant battle. She took all that information down. Well, she called me back a few days later and she asked if I could submit some photos over the last 20 years or 30 years. I said, well, sure. And I couldn't believe. I thought, oh my gosh, there are going to be pictures of me in a magazine. I ended up sending her, a half a dozen of pictures. And instead of me uploading them to the computer, I just thought I would show you on the camera. But these are the few pictures that I sent her over the years. But this is me in my prom picture. This is 1985, and I really thought I was fat then. So can you imagine? That probably was about a size 8 dress. About 10 years later, after I'd had kids, I had put on probably a 20 pounds over the course of, 10 years out of high school. 10 years later, I bumped this up to about 2,000. This was about 15 years out of high school. I had gone through a divorce, got super skinny. That divorce diet really works. This was my very first teaching job with middle school, and I was probably, I know for a fact those were size 10 pants that I had on. Then about 8 years later, my daughter got married, and I'd ballooned back up another 20 pounds. I know that dress was a size 14. We had a beautiful outdoor wedding for my daughter in 2008. Brian and I went on a cruise, gotten down to, well, let's see, that was probably about a 14 as well. And then here I am. I sent her a picture of me in Disney World last fall that I'm the biggest I've ever been. I scanned them all and sent them to her. Well, she wrote me back a few days later and said that they've decided that they're just going to send a photographer down here. And I called my best friend. I said, I can't believe that I can't just go somewhere, picture taken professionally, and send it to them. I said, I can't believe they're flying a photographer from New York down here. But sure enough, just told me to be sure and find about 3 outfits that would work. Of course, I love bright, vivid colors and print most of the time, and so I went and found 3 real pretty shirts that I loved. Well, about a week before the photographer was due here, she emails me and says, I've sent you the call sheet for the photo shoot, and it was June 30th. The day before we were leaving on vacation. And it said photographer, photographer assistant, hair, makeup, creative director, blah, blah, blah. And I said, hair and makeup? I said, oh my gosh. I said, are they going to do my hair and makeup? Her back and said, I'm just asking this out of ignorance. Is someone doing my hair and makeup? She said, yes, someone's coming to do that. I thought, oh my gosh. And she said, just make sure that your outfits are solid color and no busy print. Well, of course, the 3 outfits I had bought and picked out were exactly that. Here I am 3 days before scrambling to find something to wear. I ended up finding a few things that worked out. And I called my best friend. I said, I've Googled the names. I've had a lot of correspondence with these people, and I'm sure it's legit. I said, but when you do YouTube channels, you are subject to who knows what. I thought this would be an awfully elaborate scheme in order to find me or meet me or, whatever the intentions were. I said, so will you please be here the day they come? So she did. She was here early in the morning. The people showed up right on time, 9 o'clock. It was 3 of them. It was a photographer, her assistant, and another lady from Nashville. She has done all the country music stars. She has a client list that's just unreal. Her name was Holly Chapman. She and I really clicked, and just super nice. And we even asked her when she was doing my hair and makeup, who has she been most starstruck by? And she said probably John Bon Jovi, because she had such a crush on him in high school that she just could barely get his makeup done. But we had the best time. She wasn't name dropping or anything like that. We pulled it out of her of who all she's done before and what they were like, and Miranda Lambert, and all those country stars. So it was so much fun. But it took her about an hour and a half to do my hair and makeup, and I'm sure she is excellent at what she does. I liked my makeup, but when someone else does your hair, no one can really do it the way you do it. The whole time I was thinking, oh my gosh, here I'm going to be in a national magazine and I'm going to hate my hair. And that's sure enough, that's exactly what happened. While she was doing all that, the photographers were setting it up. I mean, they had a van full of stuff: computers, cords, fans. I mean, this huge 12-foot backdrop. I mean, I don't know how they got it all here. They transformed my garage and my front living room into a filming studio. It was just unreal. Could not believe all this was happening. It was just like I was kind of in a dream. It was so funny. But with all that being done, after my hair and makeup was done, it was at least 4.5 hours later. I stood up the whole time just about, and it was 4.5 hours of step up, step back, lean left, lean right. I mean, puppet directions. I mean, they were super nice people, but in order to get the right shot, they were moving the cameras or the lights an inch forward, an inch back. I mean, it was unreal the extent they went to trying to get the perfect shot. It was just crazy. It's amazing what an inch difference could do. They got here at 9, left at 3 in the afternoon, and we were all starving. I had no idea it was going to take that long. Even when I told Michelle to come, I said, oh, they won't be here but an hour or two, just at the most, just to do my hair and makeup and take a picture. So that's all I thought it was. That is the extent of it, and it was in September issue of Prevention. It came out just a few days ago. Let me show you the front of the magazine. I think due to copyright and whatnot, I'm sure I can show you the outside of the magazine. Go to the grocery store or Walgreens, just about anywhere sells these. You can see the picture that they chose, and it has a nice article in there about my weight loss struggle. I encourage you just to check it out. It's about a $5 magazine, but if you do have this magazine, check it out and you can see me in there. Now insert a few pictures of some behind the scenes. I just want to share that with you. I just thought it was a fun, unique experience that not everyone gets to do, and it'll be something that I can show my grandchildren when they get grown, that it was just something fun. I hope you enjoy seeing the pictures. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye-bye. Well, they started the day off in my garage, and we stayed there at least an hour and a half. This is me in my purple sweater. I love these shots, but this is not the one they chose. And every move I made, they would come pat my nose or touch up my makeup. If you don't get a chance to see the magazine, this is the one they chose, the one where I'm wearing the green blouse. Now, according to her memory sticks, she said that they took almost 1,000 shots, and the magazine chose one picture. And I didn't even like the one they chose. I was in the middle of a smile with a double chin, but they were very professional. It was fun working with them. They took some shots in my front living room, and they finished the day with some outside shots because it was June and it was beautiful weather. So thanks for watching, friends.